At the far shore of ruin, embers drift on the wind like autumn leaves caught in a funeral procession. The horizon is a black wound, stitched poorly by the skeletal silhouettes of cities long burned, their spires jutting from ash like fingers desperate for the sky. In this land, the world's last embers are kept close, cradled by bone, hidden beneath the soil or sealed in the bellies of hollowed gods. The traveler arrives alone, cloaked not for warmth, but to ward off the ever-falling ash, footsteps trailing marks through a powder as fine as memory. There is no sun nor moon, only the faint illumination of dying flame, a myth that recedes with each passing century. The silence is thick, but the earth murmurs beneath, a whisper in a tongue that predates grief. The traveler's burden is simple, yet infinite. Bear the ember, rekindle what can be rekindled, defy extinction by walking. With each step, fragments of old wars surface from the dust. Rusted helm, hollow breastplates, talismans shaped to ward off night. Each speaks its own regret, history slipping between the seams of lifeless metal. Names are forgotten. What remains is weight. At the edge of the first city, the traveler finds a pyre. It has burned so long its ruins have calcified into glass. Beneath the crystalline bones, glimmers the last words of a lost king, etched on an heirloom blade. Fires may die, but ash remembers shape. The blade is pressed into the traveler's palm, and memories seep from skin to metal to memory again. Beyond the glass city sprawls a tundra of kneeling statues. Each figure is faceless, devotional, their hands joined as if caught in everlasting prayer to something buried. The wind shifts curiously, scattering their forms, revealing rings carved into the soil, concentric circles, ritual marks, fossilized rites. A storm blossoms, unpredictable as rage. It churns the ashes into clouds that blot out the limited light, shifting the world into charcoal and gray. In the maelstrom, beast footprints emerge and vanish. Grotesque forms shamble beneath the wind, facsimiles of saints made monstrous by decades of isolation and hunger. The traveler moves quietly, not out of fear but reverence, a silent understanding between ruin and those who persist within it. The path carries the traveler deeper. Along the way, relics are uncovered. A broken icon, a candle that refuses to burn out despite age, an obsidian coin pressed with the face of a queen whose vows transformed her into stone. Interspersed across the tundra, shattered tablets recount fragmented stories. We were flame-bearers once, keepers of cycles. Now we are shadows arranged in prayer. The traveler places the heirloom blade in the center of a concentric ring. A pulse radiates, slow and reluctant, and for a moment, the kneeling earth seems to breathe. New directions form in the ash, not from map or memory, but impulse. An invitation to see what endures. The tundra recedes. Ruin gives way to a structure hunched on the edge of the world. A library whose spires vanish into smog, whose halls line themselves with books of bark, skin, and obsidian. Each tome is a chronicle of a failed cycle, compiled by hands desperate for symmetry but doomed to omission. The traveler enters without ceremony. Inside, the floor is mosaic. Fragments of glass, bone, faded paper. Steps echo, matching rhythms with invisible archivists. Shelves lean in warning. Here, the knowledge is not complete. Its gaps lined with artifacts. A cracked goblet, a burnt scroll, a mask with drying tears. A solitary relic rests atop a pedestal, an ember locked in glass. Its flame flickers, illuminating nearby inscriptions. Among them, one reads, "When the world ends, the final fires become mirrors. They reflect not light, but all the times the world should have ended before." The traveler peers into the ember's shine. Scenes unravel, an army of hollow knights cleaving their own faces to escape memory, a queen of stone reciting vows to a dead god, an archivist burning the last true name to save it from unworthy lips. Through the glass, time scatters backwards. The traveler emerges, each step heavier, every memory a burden and a mandate. The final destination is neither chosen nor found. It remains inevitable. The traveler's path descends into a great hollow where the ash swallows sound, and the only illumination is the afterimage of dying embers. Pillars rise as monuments, their surface arranged with offerings, swords, hearts, and bones marked by rituals whose meaning has decayed. The traveler kneels, planting the glass-locked ember into the soil. The earth convulses. Fissures open, regurgitating long-lost relics, armor scorched by old betrayals, sigils of a faith undone by its own prophecy. The ground calls, not in words, but in vibration, summoning those who linger unfinished. Across the chamber, forms gather, no longer beast nor saint, but echoes sustained by wish and regret. They do not speak, but they watch, witnesses to the rekindling, bearers of cycles both new and ancient. The traveler stands, ash-ridden and illuminated by hope, less than a candle's light, yet more stubborn than any prophecy. As the final ritual is performed, a simple gesture, a flame transferred from glass to soil, the world shudders but does not break. Instead, a new cycle coalesces, not in fire, nor in renewal, but in memory. Isles rise where cities once fell, their shadows carrying both the cruelty and resilience of embers. Now, at the end of the world, the ash becomes not an end, but a foundation. Travelers may follow, kneel, rise, or vanish. Saints may remain statues or become storms. Queens may recall their names, or forget them anew. The library will compile new failures in tomes of bone and glass. Yet beneath all these, beneath memory, beneath cycles, beneath catastrophe, there will always be an ember. It is enough.